What is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Now this video idea actually came from a comment in one of my videos. It comes from Muiz, and thank you for suggesting this idea. Now Muiz actually asked if I could make a video about things I wish I knew before entering UTP and any tips for students who plan to join UTP. Now if you watch my videos, you would know that most of them are vlogs about my student life inside of UTP, whether it's hanging out with my friends, doing lab work for my FYP, or running around UTP with my friend Ben. We actually made a video about it called A Tour of UTP. You could check it out on my channel. It's one of my most watched videos, and I'll link it in the description below. If you haven't watched the video, you should check it out to see most of the locations inside of UTP. So basically this video will just be a few things that I learned from my time in UTP that I could pass on to those that are planning to join UTP or who have just joined the foundation program. Now in this video, I won't be talking about the courses that are available or what modules and subjects, all those things. All of that information you can find on the UTP website itself. In this video, I'll be trying my best to break down everything you need to know, whatever tips that I've learned in my time in UTP that I could pass on to you in this video. Now, I know that I talk about UTP a lot. I am unfortunately not sponsored by them. However, I do have some exciting news. What's up guys? I am super psyched to announce that after 1.5 years of making videos on YouTube, I have a sponsor for this video. Now the sponsor of this video is a local Malaysian developer called One Idea. Now One Idea has developed a game called Count Chicken. Now Count Chicken is currently on the Google Play Store. It is only supported for Android devices currently. However, they will be developed soon for iOS on the App Store, so do keep a lookout. Count Chicken. Count Chicken is a game for people that are looking for something that's simple, fun, addictive, but challenging at the same time. So the game is very simple. All you have to do is count the number of chickens that shows up on each round. You only have one life, so if you fail to count the right number of chickens on the first round, you lose. So you have to keep guessing the right number of chickens. So I'm just gonna go through a quick playthrough right now of Count Chicken, and you can probably see somewhere here. Now I'm just gonna press Give Me Chicken. So I think that's 11 chickens. Okay, so it'll say congratulations, and you can go on to the next round. So yeah, that was 11 chickens again. Let's try again. Okay, let's do one more round. Okay, I think that was 14. Okay, so I guessed all of them right. Now as you progress further and further, it's going to get harder and harder. It's already pretty hard, but it's going to get even more challenging because there's going to be a few distractions within the game itself. I think there were cow sounds that if you count them, you get it wrong. So you have to be aware and concentrate at the same time to make sure you count only the chicken sounds. So yeah, that's basically the game. It's very simple to play, it's very addictive, and if you just want to pass the time, this is the game for you. If you do download the game, please do provide your feedback on the comment section in the Google Play Store. The developer has added a feature for you to share your results into social media such as Insta Stories and Facebook, whatnot, so you can invite your friends to play as well. So again, thank you to One Idea for supporting this video, and do show your support towards this game and to the developer. Provide your feedback, download the game, and have fun. And do let me know your high score as well. Mine's 27, so have at it. Okay, enjoy. Okay, so this video is going to be divided into two sections. The first one, the things I wish I would have known before entering UTP. And the second part is the things that I learned while in UTP. Okay, the things I wish I would have known before entering UTP. The first thing, that there are wildlife in UTP that may pay you a visit. Now in UTP, there are a lot of wildlife. You have your stray cats, there are some stray dogs, there's even a bird which I can't remember the name, but I'll put it up here right now. But the ones that you have to watch out for are monkeys. They are the worst in UTP. Now if you're joining UTP and you're looking to stay at Village 5, now the pro of staying in V5 is that that block has been newly renovated. It's quite nice to stay there. However, the con is that there are a lot of monkeys nearby, as that village is situated nearest to the jungle. Now, if you are planning to stay in V5, make sure to close your windows at all times, especially if you plan to leave the room. Don't leave any food at your pantry area. If you leave the window open one day, the monkeys will come in and leave a mess. So I recommend you to just store all your food inside of your room in a drawer or something to keep it safe. Now, the second thing, how hot the weather can get in UTP. In UTP itself, sometimes it can just get really, really hot, like sweating. Example is, I remember coming out of the shower, 30 seconds later, I'm already sweating. Now, the rooms in all the villages do not come equipped with any air conditioning. They come with ceiling fans. So I do recommend you to bring your own fan, a large fan, whatever, just to make your room even cooler. Now, there are students that have brought portable air conditioning before. However, it is illegal to do that. And if the security finds out, they will confiscate your air conditioning and not return it back to you. So do that at your own risk. Now, the third thing I wish I knew was how convenient transportation would have been in UTP. Now, UTP is a huge university. There are parks, there are lakes, there's many accommodations, many blocks everywhere. You can watch in the video how many places I ran to. That's how big UTP is. Now, one issue with the size is that it might take you quite a while to get from one place to another. I suggest you bring a bicycle. There are places for you to place your bicycle in, so that's no issue. You do have to get a sticker for your bicycle from the UTP security. Now, if you want to bring a car, you better take note of this. If you're in foundation, you're not allowed to bring a car because foundation students are not allowed to drive their car. However, once you enter degree, that's when you're allowed to bring your car. You need to bring your car to security and get a sticker for it that allows you to drive inside of UTP. However, there are pros and cons to bringing a car. The pros is, yes, definitely, it'll be much easier for you to travel around, especially if you want to go outside of UTP to grab something to eat, to do your grocery shopping. The cons, parking can be quite terrible in UTP. Every other student that joins degree will probably want to bring a car as well. Another thing is petrol money. You may be driving around a lot, you might be spending too much on petrol as well, so that could be a con for you, so keep that in mind. So yeah, that's basically the things I wish I would have known before joining UTP. Now to the second portion of this video, the things that I learned and picked up in UTP. The first thing that I learned when in UTP was that when I wanted to join clubs and events, instead of joining many, I learned that it would be more beneficial to just join one instead and commit to it. Now, when I first came into UTP, my perception was to join as many events and clubs as possible to gain as much experience, to gain a lot of exposure, put a lot of things on my resume. That was my first perception. Now, after a year plus, it came to my mind that actually it would be even better to just join one particular event or club and commit to it. What I recommend is, instead of joining so many events, try and commit to a certain event or club and focus on a particular department. In my case, I joined a club called SPE UTP SC. And basically in this club, I joined the Internal Relations Department as a committee member. From then on, I progressed and became the assistant head of the department, and I eventually became the deputy vice president. And I committed to that club instead of joining so many events. Now, one of the pros of committing to a club is that there's definitely going to be events run by the club itself, and you can join those events and even take charge of those events. Try to focus your commitment towards one particular club or event and trying to progress upwards instead of joining many events and clubs and not being able to have opportunities to rise upwards instead. Now, joining events and clubs also brings me to the second thing that I learned while in UTP, which was time management. Now, being a former student, I know that all of us at one point in our lives have struggled to manage our time, our priorities, our commitments. Believe me, I was there, joining quite a few events, having many assignments to submit, having tests and exams to study for, having commitment after commitment, and I just remember being so stressed out. A lot of students face that, not only me, and it is something that we will all definitely go through. I suggest that you come up with solutions to manage your own time properly. One of the methods that I came up with was just to create a timetable for myself. So in between my classes, I would plan what tasks I should complete, whether I should give that time to just give me some rest, to chill out. Be flexible with your schedule, but make sure you also be disciplined and commit to it. Don't be doing something for your club when you have to study for an exam the next day. Now, the third thing that I learned in UTP was to not just depend on the materials provided to me by the lecturers. One mistake that I made was to be too dependent on the materials provided by the lecturer. Instead, you can be more resourceful. You can search online on Google for other tutorial questions. Definitely a lot of good YouTube videos online that you can watch to help teach you as well if you're unsure. You can also go to the IRC, the Information Resource Center in UTP, and borrow one of the books. Most of the slides are based on the textbooks themselves. A lot of the example questions will be inside of the book as well, which is very beneficial. This is tough. Now the final thing that I learned in UTP, and I believe is probably the most important one, is to enjoy your time there. Going to UTP is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. All the friends that I've made and all the memories I've made with them, I can't tell you how much I miss just being able to wake up and see my friends every day, whether it's studying for exams or going on spontaneous trips, playing futsal or basketball. Seriously, try to enjoy your time in UTP. Try to make memories there. I was so fortunate to be able to meet all of my friends in UTP. They were basically a second family to me, and I hope that the same thing will happen for you as well. So yes, basically those are the things that I can pass on to you guys. I think that's all. There's probably a lot more that I missed out. So if you are a UTP student watching this, do comment down below what other things that I may have missed out. Help your juniors and advise them properly. Thank you so much for watching my video. I know that the videos I made about UTP have encouraged some to join, and it makes me really happy that I have some influence. I hope you enjoy your UTP experience, you make the most of it and enjoy it. Do like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to my channel. I feel like this is going to be my last video on UTP because I've made a lot of videos about UTP. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.